Okay, I think we are live. Well, today is a very exciting day. If you follow me on X, you may have noticed that let me bring this up here, was awarded Best Fiction Podcast at the People's Choice Podcast Awards for the second year in a row. Really, really proud of that. You can see there's like a whole bunch of really great fiction podcasts I was up against. And I don't know what to say. It's like for a while I thought maybe it was because I was just the first one on the list. But if you look down here, there's like other podcasts down further down the list, so it's not just that. It's not just the first one on the list, and people just sort of pick that one. But yeah, apparently this one is like a two-stage thing. So in I guess it's in July. They open it up for nominations. So you have to get people to nominate you uh, to make the final 10 there. And then once you're in the final 10, then they have a panel of judges who come in and judge them. And then they solicit votes too, I think, from some of the people who did the nominations as well. And they're very strict too about making sure people don't vote more than once and all that kind of stuff. So this one feels, really great because it's it's something that it's not just you know somebody with a lot of bots picking the winner. They really make an effort that it's real people voting for real podcasts and making that happen. Hang on a sec. So this is the trophy from last year. Here we go. You can see that real up there. You see it? There we go. So move my head. So there you go. So this is what I won last year. So I'll be getting another one of these in a few months. And in celebration of this too, I was talking about this the other night. I am giving away the audiobook version of my latest collection of short stories from the podcast, Charlatans Conundrum and Other Bedtime Stories for Insomniacs. Just go to either bedtimestories.studio or richhosick.substack.com. Sign up for my Insomniacs newsletter, and you will get a free copy, either the audiobook or the ebook, whichever you prefer. Some people don't like audiobooks. And so, I still want them to enjoy it. So the free ebook as well. Um, I mean, I really don't feel like I'm giving anything away because all the stories are already on the podcast. But some people, and don't like to listen to podcasts. Some people like audiobooks. They don't the whole podcast thing. They're just like, we'll stay away from that. So giving it, I think, putting your works into multiple formats is really, really important. This is one of the things that I think really helps pay this off. Um, Another place that I put my stories is over here on Medium. So whenever I do my stories on the podcast, I publish the text of them here on Medium. And so people can come and collect that. Let's see how many followers I have here now. Let's see, profile. Got 98 followers, almost up to 100 followers here. Not a lot, but, I started off at 0. And so over the last few years, I've been, posting all my stories here. And eventually, this could grow to be 1,000, 10,000, who knows? And, but the point of these stories, and the way I'm thinking of these stories now too, is that they are basically my sketchbook. They are just ideas that come to me and I think are worthwhile sharing with everybody. And so being able to do that and then just make them available for people to enjoy and share and all that kind of stuff. That is the point of this. And it's uh the other reason I'm thinking of it that way is because there are a few stories I think I'd like to sort of rework into a different format or longer format, maybe as a novella on some of them, or even a novel. So these are basically kind of like, you think of an artist walking around with a sketch pad and like sketching ideas for works he wants to do, and then later on he'll make a painting or a sculpture or whatever it is. based on those sketches. So that's kind of like where I'm going with this. And I think the fact that I'm doing it well enough to win awards is something that I'm really, really proud of. So that's that news. Previously I'd also entered the Audioverse Awards. I think they're up right now. In fact, let me double check that. Audioverseawards.net. So let's see here. Nominations are live now through October 30th. So this one I'm not going to enter until the very end because what they do is they do a showcase podcast and then they add the episodes on there as you go there. And the last episode submitted are the first ones you see on the podcast. So let me turn this off. Jeez. I keep saying I'm going to put a timer on there so it turns off my ringer when I'm not doing stuff, when I'm doing this. So this one is specifically for like fiction and audio dramas and stuff like that. So I did win best one of the best new fiction podcasts a couple of years ago. And let's see, that was in 2022. English. Oh, they've updated their website here. What the heck? Hmm. Looks like they moved to a WordPress website here that I am not signed up on. Let's go here. Nominate. Click here to nominate. Well, how do I log in here? Click here to nominate. Type form. Start. Continue. All right, so this is a big form for that. Why can't I view the winners? Oh, there we go. All right, let's see here. So let's see here. Best new story-based production. Is that me? Yeah, there it is. Bedtime stories for. Why don't I have a link? What the hell? Yeah, little bastards. All right, I'll write to them and see if they can add that because I know I gave them a link. I had the website at that point. Um, hmm, interesting. But anyway, I won that back in 2022. Um, so that was kind of like inspired me to keep on checking out other podcast awards. And so this one is, it's a good one. It's not. I don't think it's a huge one, but it has been around for a while. Uh, almost 20 years now. This is the 19th annual. So they've been doing this for a while and they've got, some pretty big names in the podcast world. And yeah, I mean some of these are fairly big podcasts. So it's kind of a nice chance to sort of get some hopefully some exposure and hopefully I will get some additional subscribers out of this. I also sponsored them this year here, so you can click on my link and go straight to the podcast. There's Leap. I love the picture for this because it's the cupcake. That's kind of fun. And then here you can click on the free book audiobook to do this. And then this will bring up the link to my Substack. You can sign up for that. That's where you get the free audiobook. So you get the link to the free audiobook and then you sign up for there. All right. What do we need here? Oh, I wanted to go to ACX. So we come to Amazon first. Amazon, Charlatans Conundrum. Let's see if we got here. Okay. Out of print. Limited. They must have printed extra copies and have some in stock. That's interesting. but the Kindle is up. And I've also the 5 by 8 paperback should be up. That's this size here. So it's a smaller one. And having the Kindle up now should make it show up on ACX. So ACX is the Audio Something Exchange, and they basically are the clearinghouse for Audible and Apple audiobooks. So let's see here in production. Did I put it here? Title's not posted. Search. So I'm going to search for this by the ISBN here. That's probably the best way to do that. Oh, here, claim your titles. There we go. All right, let's put that in there. There it is. Charlatans, Conundrum, and Other Bedtime Stories. We'll go ahead and claim that title. And I'm going to use my own audio files on this. All right. Distribution, we're going to do non-exclusive distribution. So the royalty goes down considerably. 25% on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. But I do get wider distribution. And actually the iTunes, the Apple Books distribution, when I go through Findaway Voices, they give you a slightly higher rate even though you're on ACX. But this is again, I'm willing to give up that percentage to be able to distribute the audiobooks myself. Because when I sell an audiobook myself at a show or through my future book selling website and stuff like that, I get 100% of that $10. Here, they're selling it for what, $12, $13 or one credit. And I get 25% of the profit on that. So it's probably going to be a couple bucks, right? Versus $3 or $4. And that's great. I don't mind that. Go ahead, take out the extra percentage just to give me the right to sell it on my own, because in the future, I'm hoping that that's going to pay off big. So we'll see how that goes. All right, audiobook language is going to be English. Okay, you can't change any information once you continue, which is not true because you can change. I have changed the exclusive distribution rights. They give you an opportunity to do that later on after like about 7 or 8 months. Okay, click agree. I've reviewed the audiobook license and distribution. I've read this before. Rights, distribution by Audible, other rights granted, geo-filtering, blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot of stuff that really have no control over. So you either follow these rules or you don't show up on Audible. I guess you can go through Findaway Voices too. Findaway Voices will distribute it through Audible for you, but they will take a bigger cut than that. So they will take a cut of that 25%. So you get even less. So if you do it yourself directly here, you do get a few extra cents. And it's a good exercise, I think, to have that there. All right, title details. All right, so this is where this didn't come in correctly. And this is like, wow. Is that so like the tags from the HTML came through here. I wonder why. Okay, no, that is the whole thing. All right, fiction genre. So this is like all sorts of genres. So I never know what to do here. I'm going to do science fiction and fantasy first because that's where most of the stories lie. Print copyright owner is me. Copyright year is 2024. And again, it's me. 2024. And then the audiobook details narrator is me. Publisher is Daphne Press. Okay. Oh, rewards, reviews, and awards. Okay. Winner, Best Fiction Podcast 2023 and 2024. Winner, Best New Story-Based Podcast. Audioverse Awards 2022. Here, Fiction Podcast. People's Choice Podcast Awards 2023. Okay, here we go. And continue. Just want to make sure I was still sharing my screen. I was like, I was gonna scream out loud if it turned out I wasn't actually sharing my screen. Import the table of contents from Kindle. Let's go ahead and do that because it does have a table of contents. All right. I'll just put those in there. Don't need that. Okay, complete the profile. All right, let's upload the cover art. Now, this one, I think it needs to be like a specific size, and it'll won't tell you the size until you actually try to upload this one that's too big. So let's go ahead and do that. Cover. Let's try this one. This one's the big one. Analyzing file. It's going to tell me it's too big. Oh, no, it didn't complain. See, minimum image size. Okay. All right. So, audiobook title. Additional credits must match description. No pornographic. Okay, we're good. Save. So there it is. So that is the audiobook title here. And then we're going to produce our audiobook. So here is where, do I have the ability to drag these in? I guess not. All right. So let's do this. Let's come over here and then we're going to pull up the files over here. Charlatan's Conundrum, audiobook, MP3s. And so all of these should be in sync with what we've got here. If I want to add something, how do I? Oh, here we go. Add chapter. Can't sleep. And we want to move this to the top. Top. There we go. Okay, that's what I want. So opening credits. Can we drag it on here? Let's see here. No. Well, let me do that. Upload file. Oh, not the cover, the audiobook. Okay, let's make sure I've got this correct. So it does basically that ACX check that we saw earlier in the auto plug for the podcast, plug for this newsletter, which is kind of weird because I reproduce it all over the place. That's true. Mostly. There are times when I throw people's names in there for fun. All right, so that worked great. Let's upload the greeting, which is my can't sleep thing. And this should be the theme. I'm just gonna test the first couple just to make sure everything looks right. Okay, that's good. All right, now let's do the rest of them here. I gotta do them one by one, I guess. At least I don't have to retype the title names like I did with Find Away Voices. So that's good, but I still have to do this 26 times here. Austin Intelligence. White, I just am remastering here, so I'm gonna wait to publish this until I finish that one. I'm gonna replace that one with the updated version here. As the Tea Leaves, I just remastered a little while ago. That one's good. The Yellow Curtain, that probably needs a redo too. That was one of my earlier stories. Let's see what that one says. I'm gonna play that one real quick. I don't think I got very minimal sound effects and music on that one. Yeah, see, I'm reading way too fast. Yeah, that needs to be redone too. But I'm kind of debating whether or not I should really wait to get them all done before I put them ACX or just try to update it later. I may just wait because it's out up there on Find a Way. We'll check that the status on that, see if that's on Spotify yet too. All right, interrogation room number 3. There it is. Number 7. Sweet Revenge. That's my Hansel and Gretel sequel. Haunting of Oscar Morgan. Uh-oh. See details. One issue found. Okay. So what that means is, oh, a couple of them doesn't like these. All right, let's keep going. See which ones have problems. Now, this is probably like levels problem. This is probably too high. What I was doing was redoing the MP3s, just running them through the limiter to make sure that they were good. Light as a feather. A lot of these I already did that for, but I'm guessing some of them did not come out the way I anticipated. Time Cop Paradox I recently redid. That was fun. Tiny Little Man. I think that one was like probably halfway through my transition to getting it right or getting it better. Okay, those are good. Everything Must Go. Yeah, that one's kind of fun. That was inspired by my friend who hates garage. So she loves garage sales but hates the people who go to them. What's this one? This one is Howl. Howl is one of my favorites. It's a monster story, and it just, you know, I just like it. It's a different way of hunting a werewolf, which is ironic since I do have a werewolf hunting story coming out soon. Draw me a picture. Okay, reset. The Snow Bully. That one's kind of interesting. That one's real is truly a sketch of a story. I don't know if it's really a complete story. It's got issues with it, but I do enjoy it nonetheless. Virtual reality for dummies. New guy. Death and Taxes. That's one I like too. Death and Taxes, a story inspired by the title. The Taking Tree. And if you haven't heard me rant about the why I called it the Taking Tree, yes, I called it the Taking Tree as an in opposition to the Giving Tree. If you like that story, I personally hate that story. I just find it distasteful. I find it disgusting. The way that the boy treats the tree is just I can't take it. I just can't take it. Okay, Incarnadine Teacup. Another black and white mystery. Gargoyle's Bread. Yeah, this one again, this was a story that I wrote decades ago, at least started writing as a spec script for a TV show called Monsters, which didn't last very long. But I still had the idea. And I'm like, someday I'm going to use that. Tricked and then Firefly. Where are you, Firefly? There we go. And then the closing credits. That's the outro. And then the sample, which I believe is the Charlatan's Conundrum. Yeah. I believe. We'll see. So this is going to be a different type of audiobook since it is fully produced audio. It does have the sound effects and stuff like that. So these two I got to fix. We'll go back to that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and just save a draft here. Can I do that? No, I can't do that yet. But I'm sure I can come back here. I'll save my progress as I go. So let's check out Findaway Voices and see if I'm on Spotify yet. Published. Oh, look at that. Okay. Redemption codes. Still process. Let's check it out. It's directly on Spotify. Spotify.com. And then let's do Charlatans Conundrum in audiobooks. Nope, not there yet. Not there yet. I don't know if it's anywhere. It's still processing, huh? Nice if these links like took you to your book. Okay. The audio for this one. Yeah, total runtime right now is almost 8 hours. It'll probably be over 8 hours once I get all the revised versions out there. Okay. Let's check out Chirp. I'm just curious. Chirp audiobooks. Nope. Nope. Hasn't been distributed yet. So I guess it takes a while for Findaway Voices to get that out there. So that's something to consider, right? If you're going to distribute it, you want to have that. Maybe did I put a release date on it too? Maybe I did that. Let's see here. Metadata. Did I? I may not have released it till the end of next month. Street date's 9/21, release date 9/21. No, we're past 9/21. It should be immediately available. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The other cool thing is that they distribute to the libraries as well. So there is one of these distribution channels. I think it's Libra. Is it Libro? Or is it Libby or something like that? Hoopla. Hoopla, that's the one. Hoopla is one that libraries use. At least one of the ones that libraries use. So that's kind of cool. Audiobooks now. I don't even, no, Books a Million. How about that? They're still around. Audiobooks.com. I'm gonna check them out. I'm just curious to see if anybody has picked this up. audiobooks.com. Nope. Nope, nothing there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and show you how I'm going to fix these. So I'm guessing this one here, Interrogation and Sweet Revenge, have issues because of levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here to those files, Interrogation Room number 3, and I'm going to look at the MP3 file. So this is going to bring up the MP3 file as a single file. Oops, Interrogation and Room. I want to do this. I'm going to do open with Audacity. There we go. And once I've got Audacity here, there we go. That'll bring up the track. Okay. So now it's already highlighted. I'm going to click on Analyze and do the ACX check. And I'm guessing my peaks are too high. Oh, RMS level is off. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see if we can fix that. Apply. And then limit. Okay, let's take a listen. Interrogation in room number 3. Tell me again why you killed all those people, I said to the nervous little man sitting across the steel table from me, his wrists and ankles in shackles. Yeah, so this needs a lot of work too, but all right, so now let's go ahead and analyze it again. And now we get the passes. So what I'm going to do is I don't really have the MP3 open. You see it just says Interrogation Room number 3. So I can go ahead without saving it as a project. I can just export the audio back on top of itself. So Interrogation Room number 3, we're going to come here and change this output folder to the audiobook folder. There we go. And save that. And export. Already exists. You want to do that? Yes, we'll do that. So this is one too. I need to remaster. A lot of them I need. So it's actually going to be fine because I can paste those out then while I'm waiting to finish the 10th ride. All right, Sweet Revenge. Oh, I'm tired already. Audacity. There we go. And let's see what the issue is on with this one. Analyze. Yeah, it looks like an RMS thing here too. Or, yep, my RMS level is too low. So we're going to go ahead and run this through that. And then run the limiter to make sure it doesn't go past -3 dB. It does a soft limit on that, so it sort of rounds it off. Ooh. Sweet Revenge. Welcome to Gingerbread House Confections. Can I interest you in some of our fine licorice? The annoyingly cheerful woman behind the counter asked. Again, I'm reading much too fast. Yeah. So, got a lot of work to do in terms of remastering these for the audiobooks, but in the meantime, I've got this. So let's go ahead and export this one, export audio. Oh, let me just double check that it passes. Analyze. Okay, good. And then file, export audio. Export, replace. Okay. Once that's done, we can go ahead and re-import them into ACX. But again, I think I'm going to hold off publishing the ACX version until I've got all the remastered ones done. I'll be distributing them through a book funnel, which I can update as I go, which is kind of nice. And then let's do this. Download file. How do I fix that? I don't want to delete the chapter. I don't want to download. I want to, upload new audio file. There we go. Interrogation in room number 3. And then we'll do this one. Sweet Revenge. So these should check out okay. That one did all right. And here we go with this one. All right, good. Cover art is there. Everything is ready to go. Once I get this done. But yeah, I've got like maybe as many as a dozen of these I need to remaster. So I'll go ahead and take care of those. All right, what time is it? Gosh, I am winding down for the day already. I'm gonna call it an early night here, guys. Um, not that I was doing too much celebrating or celebrating at all. I've been working all night, but please come on by, sign up for the Insomniacs newsletter, give you the free audiobook and ebook copies of Charlatans Conundrum. You can see how that looks. And then you can always be able to download the latest version as you go through there. Ooh. Oh, I need to update these links too now since I've got actual books on Amazon. So I've got the whole, let's see here. Let's go to Amazon. Bedtime Stories for Insomniacs. So I should see that book. And then, do I not see the other ones? Interesting. And I've got all of these books here too, right? Where are the rest of them? There they are. So these are related to Bedtime Stories for Insomniacs. Oh, there we go. So I can put that link there, and then it'll put all of my bedtime stories books on that link for the Amazon, and I can put that there. That should be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, 6, 12, 15. 15 books. 15 little mini books. One full-size anthology. Second one, I might actually be able to get out by the end of the year if I can get Farsight done. All right. Seriously, guys, I am pooped. I am out of it. I'm not going to go the full hour tonight. I'm going to call it. Thank you if you supported me during the podcast awards nominations. I appreciate it. And if not, hey, there's always next year. See if we can do it 3 times in a row. Podcast is only getting better, and hopefully I'll get more and more people. Maybe I'll get a few subscriptions off of this award. We'll see how that goes. But I do have to get White produced and out there this week, so I can keep that flow going. Right, I want to get that 2 episodes a week out there on average, so that I can keep up with the downloads, so that I can see that get up to 5,000 downloads for 90 days by the end of the year. That's the goal. All right. One last thing, personal note. Some of the stories I put up there recently were written by my brother, James Hosick, who passed away last December. So in my acceptance speech, I dedicated this to him. And I'll just say one more time, Jim, I see you every day. Thanks.